Truth the truth, and that's all we have. Listen to some of this stuff. Like I say to y'all, choose the truth, period. Fuck all the bullshit. I like listening to everything that everybody got to say, but I'm letting you know the truth is the truth all day, every day. And it's love to never hate. But we human. So I'm going to say this here. I listen to the things that most people say, to say that I don't believe shit. I'm just letting you know right now, I don't believe shit. Either I know or I don't know. Belief is for children. Once you become an adult, you're supposed to sit down and take the fucking time out to filter things through your heart, to know what the fuck you doing before you do any fucking thing. And that's the only way of being smart, dealing with the divine creator which loves you unconditionally from within, so you can be without the bullshit. I see now why they stopping my videos. I see now what the algorithms know. The algorithms that they got working on us are working well. Because in order for us to be stuck on stupid, we gotta be put under a spell. And the spell is that fucking TV that tell lies to your vision. I sit here and I think about it, people. The true reasons why we are living. We are living people with a divine creator within each and every one of us individually. But it's the same divine creator that created everything. That God and that Jesus is a man made of bullshit to be able to control the people because of something that he didn't understand, to overstand, to understand, something that he didn't get when the creator was speaking to him to tell the truth, and he ended up bullshitting. And I'm not saying at the beginning, because in the beginning with the first two people being the brown people, it was all the divine creator of those people. It was all love for a long time. What makes me so hurt, knowing the divine creative love unconditionally, the feeling, is for you to lay up there and come out of the porthole of life, which is heaven, to make a heaven here on earth, after coming out the dark into the light, from being the sperm coming from the man, going into the woman, to be created by a divine creator which is in her. Where do you think the baby come from after being squirted out of the man into the woman? The spark of life. We energy and vibrations. We've been lied to. The divine creator is in every one of us all at the same time. What makes it so divine that the creator is in us all at the same time is that the creator would never control your mind and take away your life or your free will or your choices. You do that by the shit that you eat, by the shit that you believe in, by the shit that you do. It is what it is. The truth is the truth, period. Fuck all the bullshit. We've been bullshitted too long. When you sit there and think about it, we was taught to believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the fucking Tooth Fairy. So what makes you think that they didn't lie about anything else with that shit right there? Man.
We should all want to be with somebody who looks like us. If you knew your history.
Fair use. So if they want to copyrights because of what I'm listening to, that's bullshit. When y'all got the rights to the copies of everybody's shit on YouTube. All that's bullshit for y'all to have that much fucking power over what somebody say over an avenue where people are supposed to be able to say whatever they want to fucking say, and especially if they're telling the motherfucking truth. How dare you want to stop the truth from being out for people to know that it's free, to know that the truth is in them, to tell it and not be a fucking afraid. If you don't see that what is divine is the truth in you in order for you to have a peace of mind, body, and soul, and know what the fuck you're talking about and be able to explain it to the point where you can articulate it to the point where you can paint a picture for somebody to see it, because you can't read or write it on paper for them to read it. I know what I know. I love you more than you love you. Because I want to go back to where the good go. Because I know where I went, I want to go back. So I know what I do. And this is the facts. Because I'm back here to tell you the truth. That I'm back because the Creator told me that I'm back to live life. Not one way. Like I say again, not one way. That's believing in bullshit. The straight way. The only way. Not to the left, not to the right, not backwards. Love. To never hate. But by me being human, I got a lot of dislikes, y'all. But now that I know what love is within me and everybody else, now I know you don't know what hate is, but you're hating. The truth is the truth. You're stupid because you was taught to be stupid. That's why you can't see to know what the truth is within you in order to tell it. Most people do nothing but regurgitate the things that they're hearing, things that they're reading. Most of y'all are not living from the divine Creator of you that's in you in order for you to be you. Let me break that down for you. People lie. The numbers don't. And all my numbers add up to me being Mr. Glasses. 48. The love is what's divine. When it's in you and you know what love is. Because it's not about believing in no bullshit. You're not a kid no more. Your belief should be then changed to know. But we've been bullshit to not know what the truth truly is within us to tell it. If you sit there and think about all the lies, you gotta sit there and wonder why. I'm telling you what the truth is. It's all behind propaganda. It's all about someone gaining over someone else's misery. It is what it is. So I ask you the question. If your daddy was to watch you get your ass whipped almost to death, would you still have respect for your daddy knowing that your daddy could have helped you? And you know the truth is the truth. You didn't do nothing to deserve what happened to you. But then somebody say that that's God's will. Yeah, God's will of the bullshit that we was taught to believe in. Because one thing about the divine creator of you that's in you wouldn't want nothing bad to happen to you. Simply because of the fact that the creator is strictly creating of good, never bad. It's us as the human living in this circle of life that do that. It's sad.
Months ago, I went to the doctor. Look,
and then when I think about the doctors, oh man, I say to anybody that go to the doctor, I say this shit to you because I want you to ask your doctor. Ask your doctor, what motivates you to help me become my healthiest when you won't get paid if I don't come and see you? What will be your reason for doing that? And that's when you will see that the doctor will be thrown clean off of his motherfucking rocker on that. Because his main objective is to fill you with medication because that's where his money is at. So he don't have no... when I say he don't have no conscious of thinking of you being healthy, that's no possible way of him allowing you to do that. That's why he give you the medication so he can keep making his motherfucking money. The facts are the facts. I went through the bullshit. I want to walk again. But I can walk without their medication. But they telling me I need their medication for me to walk. When I can do this with the power of the divine creator within me. I don't need no fucking bullshit that they put together and guessing about if it work or not. And I be their fucking guinea pig.
Rank the top 5 black women in history. This sister would be in the top 50. Her name is Amos Nefertari.
People, we are these doctors. None care about entities that they can just play games with their medication and just use it anytime that they want. And nothing happened to them if you die from this shit. We as the people got to stop being the sheeple to these people that's killing us. Because when you think about it, people, slavery did happen and is happening now, but in a different way. The Holocaust, if it did happen, it happened because of the people that they killed. You can't live there and steal another person's nationality and think that that's straight. It is what it is. The circle of life will come back around on you on what you didn't do straight. The truth is the truth. There's no such thing as hit today, gone tomorrow. Hit today, gone today. Because no one's promised tomorrow. The moral of the story is the truth is the truth. You can die right now if you're not doing what you're supposed to do to that body of yours. It's like a well-tuned time clock. We don't work by no remote control. So that's bullshit with some God or Jesus coming back to save you, God being in the sky and bullshit. Heaven is you being here in heaven, for this supposed to be heaven while you are alive. But this is a hell because we are allowing certain amount of people to do the people this way.
She is the queen of a place called the Land of Punt. And this is in the Horn of East Africa. And the people of Kemet thought this was God's land. He is a very tender.
I'm just saying.
This is Hatshepsut's significant other.
We gotta learn to love ourselves more, to care more for people we don't know. That's why I love you more than you love you. Because I'm telling you the reason is why we all go. It's because of a divine creator within us. in order for us to be creators too. A man shoots out creation in the form of a sperm, and the woman drops the baby. The truth is the truth. What do you think is in between right there? It is the divine creator. Because it's supposed to be creation created from love and care. Not for two fucking ships clashing in the nighttime like y'all doing now, and then just took the creator's true name, love, and just turned it into plain old fucking having sex. In the beginning, this was a divine thing to do when two became one. Love is the love and the truth is the truth. Good is good.
God manifested him or herself in different ways. Strength, fertility, intellect, artistry. These aren't gods and goddesses. These are aspects of God. And this is Amen, who is probably the most powerful aspect. And this is where obviously we get the word amen. From Africa. And he's painted black. Ain't that something? I would imagine the average Negro minister who said this, he said it's time for you to find another church home. Because we're just not programmed to think that way. The church used to be, and in some cases still are, very progressive institutions, but in many cases the churches are at the rear of the struggle. Not at the beginning. This is a man named Amenhotep II. And this is Amenhotep III. This is the father of Akhenaten, the grandfather of Tutankhamun, the father-in-law of Nefertiti, and the husband of Queen tHE. He is called Egypt's
dad. Go to my other characters so y'all can see that shit. It's crazy though. That cat driving the car
Berlin,
without looking.
In London.
He looking at me. No, he looking at somebody that ain't was in the car.
In Cleveland.
That nigga straight tripping. He ain't even watching what he driving. I see he gonna drive all the way where we gotta go. And not hit nothing. Told you, boy, this game he do some tripped out shit when I'm playing it. But I know that's the algorithm. Man ain't got too smart for his own good, people. And when I say man ain't got too smart for his own good, man done did some real fucked up shit when you think about it. There's cloning and all this other creating humans out of animal DNA and shit. That's some bullshit, man. Man, that is not the mind of a solid man. Why create part human DNA, part animal? That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Cause you can't.
Don't play. Don't take no mess.
Part you don't understand to create something other than yourself, and then not really know exactly what you're doing, because you are not the one that started. I say this is slower for you. You are not the one that started all creation in the beginning. To create another life form don't make sense, because eventually that life form gonna envy you and want to get rid of you. You better realize that shit. It can never change. Oh, this is some creepy shit.
These are masterpieces of art.
Some creepy shit. Nobody put it on.
And I just compare it to these sisters in Ghana right here. These students. These are girls.
Watch this. I mean, I'm driving around in the car with the dude looking at me, but looking in the back of the car, and I see a sign saying no smoking.
tell
and you driving not looking.
That way, that's not an issue. I know this is going to shock you, but they go to school to learn. It's not a fashion contest. Nobody wears Air Jordans. Nobody's pants sag.
No.
They go to learn. They think, I know this is astonishing, this is one of their sons. And you can compare it to this photograph I took over the summer with this little boy from Namibia. Here is the one from ancient Kemet. And here's this child from Namibia. And what an attitude this young brother has. Look at that. Look at that. These are poor people who have not converted to Christianity, not converted to Islam. Sometimes they walk around stark naked. But you've never seen a people so proud and so dignified.
No.
You have to ask their permission to visit them. And then when you do, generally they don't pay any attention to you. Look at that. This is Akhenaten. Akhenaten is credited with being the first man of nonviolence.
No.
And he changed the style of art. Look at these images right here. Thank you very much. Look at these beautiful pieces. Look at this one right here. It's so lifelike. A sphinx of that brother. And of course, Nefertiti.
I know it is
Not the
in here.
Nefertiti that you used to sing that makes her look so good.
This is my other character. And I got Cole did for you too.
And it may not even be Nefertiti.
That's my character, main character.
There's a lot of questions
For the
about that.
YouTube channel.
Look at those lips. Beautiful lips, just made for kissing. See, I'm a heterosexual male. Family portrait. And another one.
Why lips are two hearts coming together.
Let me show you some more of them.
Top and the bottom.
Now look.
Flip to each other.
Look at that one.
Oh, people.
And look at this one. These are
Oh,
not
don't
English.
know. I help y'all out.
That was
That was all. You get me what I'm telling you.
do that
It's
from
crazy,
time
y'all.
young. There's a
I
group
told
in
somebody to
Africa
show
right
you
now
that
called
this
the
dude is
Memphis
driving this car
Africa. They still do
without
that today.
looking.
To me, it's beautiful. These are called the Amarna
He was
princesses.
going old, he
Amarna
going to my
was
house
a new
too. I want to
city
go to his house.
that Akhenaten developed. Here's one of those girls, and here's another one.
Okay,
I
you
don't
gotta
know
go
if
to the
it's
greenhouse.
same girl
That's what they
portrait
put it
twice,
in.
two sisters. And then here, these are all from the same period. This is called in the museum in Berlin, A Stroll
Check
in
him
the
out.
Garden.
He drive this taxi cab, not looking, people.
And this one of tHE and his wife. So you see this consistently. Men and women together. Not women subordinate or inferior to the male. All these are Tutankhamun, but here's one you may not be used to seeing at tHE. And here's another one. They stand right next to each other in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. Now let's see if you can tell the difference. There's one. And they look very similar. And this is almost a pair again, painted black.
I guess that's a paranoid taxi cab driver there, huh? And keep your hands where you can see them. I'm gonna watch you all the way till we get to where your destination. I gotta watch you. I definitely don't trust you. I got bad vibe. I don't know why I even let you get in the taxi cab. But I know now I gotta bring you there. You gotta go. But I'm gonna watch your ass all the way to where we going at.
So you walk around all day with this sweet smelling perfume.
These motherfuckers in those army clothes, y'all fuck with me. Why? Cause y'all some stupid sons of bitches. Why I say y'all some stupid sons of bitches? If y'all don't know the reason why y'all doing shit, and then y'all got shit that's confidential, but this shit means that you killing innocent fucking people, you's an asshole. Cause you got these assholes that's in charge of you, and you following the fucking orders of a whole bunch of assholes. So all I can say to you, soldier, is you ass to a hole you have in the middle of your heart. You heartless son of a bitch. You just follow orders. Think about the one that's telling you the orders for you to follow. They're assholes.
Now I wonder if Michael saw that.
Like I was saying.
Seriously, this is
Crazy shit when you look at
I wonder if he
our
saw that.
policemen aren't policemen no more. Do some of y'all remember Officer Friendly? Huh? Like I said, do y'all remember Officer Friendly? I remember Officer Friendly coming to the school and shit. But let me tell you what happened to Officer Friendly. Them motherfuckers killed Officer Friendly. Ex-military killed Officer Friendly off. So we don't have police officers no more. We got ex-military, not officers, period. We just got ex-military with badges and guns. Because they're not police, as in the police that the people are paying their salaries for them to do, dealing with, serving, and protecting the people. So, think about that for a minute. Some bullshit. But we don't even much have the one that's supposed to serve and protect the people, serving and protecting the people. We got ex-fucking military serving the fucking people, which is not serving the fucking people. They're harassing the fucking people. They are more like terrorists to the fucking people, and it's supposed to be our fucking soldiers. Ain't that some fucked up, stupid ass, dumb ass shit?
Over here, it doesn't appear to be an arm.
Mind-boggling when you think about it.
So sometimes you see both symbols together.
Yeah, he's still looking at it.
Sometimes people say the arm is the precursor of the cross. I don't think that's true. The cross is a very ancient symbol.
Got somebody trying to get on the video.
Before Christianity, by the way. Right?
Oh, but then that be confusing trying to blow shit up.
Look at the scalp lock. And again, that same little child with the attitude from Southern Africa. Just to show that Egypt was African. It wasn't from the Middle East. It wasn't European. It wasn't Asian. It was purely African.
Okay, you know where he's going. But like I said again, Peter, it's crazy.
Why did he play this part? He signed the world's first peace treaty. But he is also a warrior king.
And we still got people believing in.
This is the Warsaw, Poland.
Bullshit. And
not a lot of black people in
The
Poland.
truth is, you was taught that bullshit to not know what the truth is. The divine creator is in you to be a creator too.
Where's this Budapest?
Do you actually think you work by remote control? That's what y'all think? There's some God in the sky? That's that bullshit that come along with the Santa Claus Easter Bunny and Tooth Fairy bullshit. That's all bullshit. Bullshit. Why do you think that they teach it to you as children? When you let mind, that's the most impressionable stage that your mind could possibly be in, and it can absorb the most bullshit that it can be put to rest with. Because when I say put to rest with, I mean all y'all are sleeping. When you don't know that you really just resting your eyes, because the body never sleeps. It's always moving. It's always working. But when you are resting your eyeballs, you are resting your body. I'm just telling you the truth from the creator of all the men who ended up creating all the different gods and all the different religions, and then fed all that bullshit to you. And I was fed it too. That's why when the creator tells me it's good that you didn't learn how to read, simply because of the fact that if I would allow you to learn how to read, you would have read every story of everybody's writing to not be able to give the glory to the one and only creator of the one that made up the story with having a mental mind to create. I'm just telling you the truth as the truth comes to me to tell it to you, because I ain't supposed to keep it within myself. It's for us all to know it. Not to be believing in some bullshit like it's still true.
I'm not trying to get your business or nothing like that. This is the New Orleans too. Go see it. Now I can easily do that, but I don't want to embarrass y'all in here. Well, this sister, you talking about limber. Is she an acrobat or is that African yoga? This is the coffin lid of Ramses III. Now the coffin lid is a paintbrush. Another one of almost Nefertari, painted black. Most of them are painted black because she was deified. A little woman, about 5 feet tall, with thinning hair and buck teeth. They actually found hair extensions in the tomb. And they loved her. Asar, also known as Osiris, the book of coming forth by day and by night, or the book of gates. These are papyrus scrolls beginning from around the 18th to around the 22nd dynasty that talked about concepts like resurrection. These are the first people to talk about resurrection. They believed you would rise again, but only if you did righteous deeds. From the 22nd and 23rd dynasty, an unidentified king. Look at this sister right here in the Louvre. Her name is Cairo Mama. This was the most powerful woman in the world at her time. This is 2,700 years ago. Her name is Amenutis I. She is the sister of a king named Pianki, or Piye. She is more or less the co-ruler of Kemet and Kush. During this time, Kemet and Kush were united into one powerful kingdom or empire. And this is the sister who was the most powerful woman of her time. A brother named Shabaka. This is her brother. This is from the 25th dynasty. And this is the toughest of them all from that period. His name is Taharka. John Henry Clark said, the great John Henry Clark said he gave us the last great walk in the sun. He took armies all the way to Jerusalem. He took an army before he was king, according to tradition, all the way to Spain, from the Nile Valley. This is and this is a woman from that same period, the 25th dynasty. This one straddles dynasty 25 and 26. Look at the dark brown paint. What we are looking at, in essence, are like X-rays. A lot of these artifacts were originally painted bright, vivid colors. Look at this one. You do see a certain amount of them with the noses knocked off. I don't think that's the result of foreign invasion. I think that was a religious ritual associated with death. Now, the average sister or brother, if you ask them, well, white people knocked them off. This is the brother named Amasis, and this is in the Capitolini Museum in Rome. And this is, I said, in Heru, Isis and Horus. Tough sister right here. This sister was a magician. She could fly. She could grow wings and fly like a bird. She invented the wedding ring, according to tradition. She is responsible for the concept of domesticity. She is the significant other of Asar or Osiris. And this may be the first clear example that we know of the Virgin Mother and Child. And what was that? Imhotep. You know anybody else you should know him? Why am I showing him now? Although he lived in the 3rd dynasty. Because in the 26th, 27th dynasty, he was elevated to the status of a deity. Now that's pretty deep. 2,000 years after his death, he was elevated to the status of a deity, in this case, a god of writing. He is the world's first scientist. Yeah. He is the world's first known multi-genius, before Michelangelo, before Leonardo da Vinci, before Einstein, before Einstein, before any of these guys. My brother brings the father of medicine, the world's first architect, etc., etc., etc.
And I guarantee you the medicine that they were using back then wasn't medicine to hinder you. The shit was to help you. The shit that they're giving right now ain't nothing but bullshit. You look at the FDA and all the shit that they're allowing to come out, and then them saying that they might cause this shit, might cause that there, you might cause running on the bowels, all bunch of bullshit. They letting you know that this shit gonna fuck you up more than you fucked up already, needing to get some shit cause you fucked up.
And he is the last native ruler of Kemet. Then you go into what's called the Ptolemaic dynasty, which was established by the Greeks, the Macedonians, the Yugoslavians, we could say. Now this is not an African, this is not a black man. But the influence of Africa was so strong that he must portray himself as an African to have legitimacy. Just the opposite of what we do today. Why must you be light to be considered beautiful? Why must you put on somebody else's hair to think you look good? And in Africa, it's taken to another extreme. People are bleaching. They say, I don't want to look white, I just want to look nice. What is it about lightness, whiteness, that appeals to us so much? You know why? Because Jesus is white. God is white in most of our minds. That's the ultimate form of colonization. The color of God. which you attempt to imitate. And the sisters say, I don't necessarily want to wear that weave, but that's what I got to do to be successful. That's what I got to do to have a man. That's deep.
More powerful outside you than what's
generation.
inside your
No
heart.
wonder we do crazy
What's
stuff.
inside you.
We are crazy because the environment is crazy. It's stressful. The biggest killer of black people is stress. It's on us all the time. I feel it when I leave the United States and when I come back. When I come back to the United States, my antenna go up automatically. I love black people more than black people hate themselves. That's deep. To love our people more than they hate themselves. Because the average African ain't talking about black liberation. You must think you are crazy sometimes, and you're right, to want to liberate a people who see no need for liberation.
Y'all want to think that there's some one man outside of you being over you as the power over you. That's bullshit. The power of the divine creator of all that has been created and will be created. As we speak, it's being created. And after we destroy all the things within we caused and created, it is what it is. The creator gonna create elsewhere, baby. Because that's how the creator creates. All day, every day. Love creating good. But it's the human that create bad. Nothing to do with the divine creator that create good all the time. That's what makes it divine. It never changes, people. It's that God and Jesus is the bullshit. You was never taught to know, but I'm telling you what you need to know. That the divine is in you to have a peace of mind, body, soul. It is what it is. The creativity in you is the creator of you. It's the light that comes on in your heart. It's the best part of you. It's that unconditional love that you just can't explain or control. But it's all that's holding this planet together.
Maybe because I was influenced by this card that I got from Africa. You can see the similarity there. This is from ancient Lebanon. This is about 3,000 years old.
Fair use is all about the love.
And this is from trUtH. This is from the kingdom of Lachish, captured by the
Why
Assyrians in 700 BC.
Why hate, especially you don't know what hate really is? Why do something that you don't know?
Now tell me those are not black people. I dare you to tell me that.
But you do
Look
it.
at it.
Why?
Our history has
Do you know? You don't. So why do it? Which one feels the best? Loving and caring, or hating and doing some fucked up shit? Like for instance, this game. Why do all the killing in the game when you already know there's enough killing going on in real life? Why not change the cycle of the game wanting you to be a puppet for it and play the game without the violence? Try that. I guarantee y'all can't deal with that. Y'all can't stop the violence in this game. Can't. You're programmed. Either you are a puppet for the game, or you're just a nasty motherfucker that just like fucking with people that you don't know to be a nuisance to them. But I say this here to the people that people fuck with that they don't know, that don't want to play with the people that's fucking with them. They just trying to use reverse psychology on you to stop you from doing what you doing so you can fuck with them. So if not wanting to go and fuck with them, leave the session, find you another session. Fuck all that there. Because me, I'm like this. Why lay up there and fight with somebody knowing you don't have to? You don't have to show him how good you are. Why? Because if you show him how good you are, or he show you how good he are, one of y'all gonna leave the game envying the other one. Or saying that, well, he's good. Nah, I gotta get better. Oh, that's bullshit, all that competitive bullshit. That's what they got us all in competitive bullshit against one another. And look at this gangster just walk all across the street. All gangster. I told you this game was doing some gangster shit to me, boy. I like it though. Yeah. But anyway, it's the love that's the reason why we all go. Because evil just motivates stupid people. I'm just saying. We was all taught to be stupid people, but we don't have to be stuck on stupid people. I'll get it to you. That's how to get it to you, baby. But it's the love, man. It's the love being the eternal two circles coming together as one, laying down. That's infinity, baby. That's the number 8. It goes around and around and around. But that whole thing starts from a divine creator that loves. Because all that is to be within you, to know that everything outside of you has been created for you to love and cherish as it's supposed to be our heaven. To not know no hell. Like I said again, we as the humans created that mindset. If y'all knew the real reason why they created hell for you to believe in, it's mind-boggling. They created hell for you to believe in when people start killing themselves. You know, when people start killing themselves instead of being a fucking slave and shit. That's when they created hell for you to go for killing yourself so you wouldn't kill yourself and you'll be a slave for them and work for the rest of your life to death. I'm just giving you the truth of what the Creator gave me to give to you and shit. And then, like I said again, it's a mindset. What goes around comes around. Whatever dirt you put down is coming back around for you. So let me tell you something that's ironic about the you. And something that's ironic about the me being you. And something ironic about the me being upside down, right side up, WE, meaning we all come from one divine, loving creator. Except for those of you that's created by man, in a bottle, on a jar. They got a lot of y'all here. It is what it is. They've been doing this shit. It is what it is. The truth is the truth. And a lot of people know this shit. So, all those of you that's natural. It's all about the pureness of the divine creators of us first. And it's not about being competitive with no one else. See, that's how it got all fucked up. The love that we have from the divine creator of us, we were sharing. To not knowing that the one we were sharing it with had another agenda. To enslave us and shit. Because they took our kindness for a weakness. And they did that. But they don't know. It is what it is. The truth is the truth. It's going to always shift back to good and good. All because it never had the bad. Until we, the disease, changed everything. Because everything else does what it's supposed to do within nature. It's just the conscious thinking fucking humans that can change shit. Because there was no pollution to the world until we was created. And then man started creating what? Chemicals and shit. Well, like I say again, truth is the truth. Period. Fuck all the bullshit. We've been bullshit down there all our lives. We've been taught to believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and Tooth Fairy. And then come out of a woman's porthole of life and then get on our knees and say, Our Father who art in heaven, when you should be saying to your Father right here on earth. You should be talking to your Father right here on earth, because your mother and your father would have put in the proper work and took the time to filter out love through their hearts. The smart thing would be you. The truth is the truth. They took time out before they made love. The Creator's original name. When one, in one, that normally equals to 2, but only one time, 1 and 1 equals 1 divine 1 that can make more than 2. Boy, we can lie to the fucking stupid ass sheeple to follow behind bad Jesus as he lead us to slaughter with that bullshit. Because if you sit there and think for yourself for a change, where did paraphernalia, where did the child molestation and bullshit, what do you call that shit? Where did that child bullshit come from? It came from the Catholic churches. Think about it now. The Catholic churches go all the way back to where when you was telling the truth about the divine creator because you didn't believe in the God and the Jesus shit that they was talking about, they will burn you at the stake. I'm just trying to tell you. Truth is the truth. Look at now. The truth is a lie, and a lie is the truth. If you look at it, it is what it is, people. We've been lied to be stupid, to not know how divine the Creator is in us all at the same time. And what makes the Creator so divine, being in each and every one of us all at the same time, is that the Creator would never control your mind, take away your free will and your choices. Because who can judge you better than you, or the Creator of you being in you, when you know the truth of what you do and the Creator within you do too? So the Creator within you won't judge you when the Creator already know what you gonna do before you even must do it. In the circle of life, what you do, good or bad, gonna come back to you because of the divine Creator within you. Because it is what it is. You are creating your reality. But you can continue believing in God and Jesus bullshit and then not realize that it's on the back of the money and shit, and not understand or overstand the reasons why. All that shit is to confuse you, because motherfuckers will kill you behind "In God We Trust" being on a dollar bill, y'all. Think about that shit. For one time. Imagine that. You dreamed that up, and just a style of art. So when you think about also, what is the reason why you think that you get dreams, memories, inspirations from? That don't come out the sky. Shit. Why you think I am still alive? I gave up on life. Not committing suicide. I was in a hospital where you go at when you don't want to die. I remember when I used to hold a man's hand and pray to God and Jesus, because that's how bad I was feeling. I thought I was going to die and I was scared because of the bullshit I was taught. But when I gave up on life, but not wanting to die, but not wanting to go to hell neither. But when I gave up on life and the Creator gave me life back, and gave me life with all that I know, and gave me the facts of me being here to tell you, I haven't been in a hospital in almost 3 years. After the bullshit that happened to me with them telling me I'm HIV positive and I needed to go to surgery for a bowel obstruction, when I didn't need now one of those things, because come to find out I'm not HIV positive, and I got it on tape how the doctor came to the conclusion that I was HIV positive. He put the nurses under the buses by saying that it was understaffed, and he fucked up the nurses messed up the paperwork. This is bullshit. How can a doctor come and tell you, did you know that you was HIV positive, without going through his fucking research and shit? That's a misdiagnosis. This dude should have been sued. But they showed me how much that's the truth and shit. You can get sued. It is what it is. It just went away like it never happened and shit. But It's part of this life we live in. Where the truth is a lie and a lie is the truth. And you can get killed or put in jail for just telling the truth. And I know that shit because I was put in jail in Walmart for trying to spread the truth about how racist Walmart is with their return policies. And how they profile people in wheelchairs when people in wheelchairs come there to shop and shit.
I can show you.
So, all the shit that
about 140,000
I done laid up there and put on YouTube and took off and shit.
We've been very, very productive.
That is what it is too, because it is what it is when somebody owns their own shit. They can do what the fuck they want when they want. And it is what it is.
How do we take
I to the I.
translate it into something concrete? Thought without practice is empty, and action without thought is empty. Marcus Garvey said it best. I got some Garveyites in the room. Up, you mighty race, you can accomplish what you will. But in order to stand up, you got to have a foundation. You can't hate the roots of a tree and not hate the fruits of the tree. So that's my message to you today.
Oh yeah. And I'm like I said again, I don't subscribe to nobody, but I listen to everybody because I want to hear what you have to say. But I don't want to hear what you have to say from what you regurgitated, or what you regurgitated to me from what you read, or what somebody else have said. I want to hear from within you, that created within you, the creativity of you, which is in you. I want to hear that fruit. Because I guarantee you, once you start thinking from the divine creator that loves you unconditionally, the one and only creator, second to no gods, that's just some man up made bullshit. It is what it is, the truth is the truth. Then you will start seeing out of eyes of a heart that's beating, knowing the truth, not believing some berry shit. Because most of y'all fear death because y'all don't fear, most of y'all fear death because you fear the unknown to where you gonna go. I want to enlighten you on something so you could know when you was born here you didn't know shit. So therefore, before you leave here from the divine creator of us and me telling you this, all you want to do is good for everyone in the world to see the truth is in you. You love and care about some shit. You are not part of the destruction. You are not part of the madness. You are not part of them wanting us dead because we waking up to the bullshit. Because when you think about it, they did not create all those plastic containers for nothing. They plan on putting something, if not our dead bodies in. But you can't fear the unknown unless you don't have no inkling of what the truth is. And you're still not supposed to fear the unknown. Because like I said again, you were born here not knowing nothing. And for you to know now that the Creator created itself all out of loving unconditional feeling of being alone. So the Creator created everything in space to be in. And then created us as the greatest creation of all to be in, consciously thinking with hands to do shit with. Look at everything around. It didn't disappear here. God didn't put these things here. The Creator within each and every one of us gave us the solid mind to be divine creators too. But we've been dumbed down to be stupid fucking fools to some bullshit. Cause you sit there and really think about why were we taught to believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy. You don't get your inspiration from no lie. You can get your inspiration from a goddamn bird flying by. This is bullshit, man. And if we don't come together as the conscious thinking people living here all together, the circle of life gonna come around again, and the bullshit gonna happen again. If we don't stand up for one another and stop killing one another. Because this is the fucking plan. And it's working to perfection. I'm done with this.
tHE.
Still them wild people. Kinda got a little emotional there. Sometimes I think about it. I really do care. I care what people think of me, but I care more that you're thinking for a change. I wouldn't want nobody to hate me and not know what hate is. I wouldn't want nobody to love me and not know what love is. We gotta stop using words in vain. Because words really mean something. Because when you look at the Bible saying that you're not supposed to say the Creator's name in vain, and then you can look at how y'all call out the Creator's name while y'all having sex, that's insane. So then that should let you know that that God is straight up bullshit. The reason why you could never say the Creator's name in vain, because the Creator been lied to be by all these different gods with all these different names, to the point where you could never say the Creator's name in vain, because you could never say that you know it, because you're going by God and the Jesus bullshit that you were taught to go with. It is what it is. But my love for you is because the truth is the truth in you, and that's the Creator of you showed me the truth for me to know. And all I'm doing is giving to you just as free as it was given to me to know. Because it's time for you to get off of the believing in bullshit and get into to knowing some shit. Because I'm not saying I know it all. I can't read or write. But I know I went into the divine light, giving up on it all, but not committing suicide because I didn't want to die. But I was in the hospital after going to 4 different hospitals and sent home. So like I said again, I done been through what I know is the truth. And now I'm back from where I want to go back to. And I know I'm going back because I'm not going nowhere until it's time to go, because the Creator already told me the facts are the facts. I'm back. You're not going nowhere until it's time to go. It is what it is. The truth is the truth. Here I am. I don't have no reason to lie to you when I know the truth is in you and is in me too to tell it. It's just the love that I have for you and you being me. And me much talking to the old nasty, dirty people that hate me and don't know what hate really is. They just dislike that I'm about peace and they're about violence and the bullshit. But it's time to get a life. Yes, we playing a video game. Yes. When you think about it, you spend a little much time. When you think about it, you spend a little more time on this video game than you should. And if you own the video game, not recording or doing a thing, all you're doing is wasting your time playing a game. We're adults now, people. This is an adult game, people. There shouldn't be no kids on an adult game because there is no Barney on here. So, those of you that's responsible adults, please listen to what I'm saying. The things that's in this game, it's not for your kid to learn right now. And that's no game. Because your kid can get with his friends. I'm not talking about responsible parents that's not responsible, but you think you're responsible parents because you think you can watch your kid playing this game. When your kid get with his friends, that's when he can be manipulated into how he play the game. Even if you are teaching him to play the game in a different manner, his peers will change his mind of the way that you are thinking. So like I say again, this game is showing the kids a lot of too much too early. Because just learn how the guns react and rapid fire and what you do to a gun to make it rapid fire, all the upgrades and shit that you can do to the gun, the little kids are comprehending all of this. So this game is not just teaching a kid how to shoot guns, it's teaching a kid how to upgrade a gun. So that's a lot of bullshit for that little impressionable mind to be getting on a fucking video game. That's why this game says M for mature audiences only, because the kids shouldn't be learning none of this shit. And those of you who feel that way know exactly what I'm saying. And me myself, I don't think it's a game when I come on here and I'm playing an adult game with little kids. I don't. That's why anytime I hear them, I guarantee that they can say when they on a game with Mr. Glasses, the first thing he says is, your mom and your dad don't give a fuck about you or you wouldn't be on this game. Now, let's see if he's going to blow me up so I can give him something to do after he do it. Because if he a little kid, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to blow me up because he don't know this. Yeah, he low rank too. I guarantee you, I make him get out this game. fuck him up when I leave. When not with me. I don't get out my throat. What to flag my tire? Oh, now he done killed him. Why I do that, bro? You see the KD on that dude? That dude KD is real low. Now you might as well leave the station. Might as well leave the station. Look, your boy killed you. See? Let me see who you was anyway. Boy, y'all little stupid little kids. Come in the game. Be alright. All you did was made the news. I see you news. Weasel news. You news. You made it. You made the news. Let me see which one you are. Well, we were rudely interrupted by the little kid that came in the game that he didn't know what was going on.
You're sure this time? Your wish is my command, and my time is your money. My dad always kissing my metal, so to speak.
No D? No, it's been gone. Oh, you know that. Love phone.
presents Gordon Moorhead.
Ready?
Dog?
It's good here.
No, I just said it over there.
Why I think about looking up that damn movie last night?
And Netflix was tripping. They was tripping yesterday, dog. With Netflix, bro. They kept saying I was double watching movies that was real interesting to me. You hear me?
Huh?
They say I was double watching movies that was interesting to me, and by me not being able to read the title, I couldn't find it no more. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you see it, you see that advertisement, picture of this, she tied up on the bed.
Yeah, but
That's the picture you're gonna see.
right.
Woman tied on the bed.
And dog, and I
Handcuffed on the bed. And she's in all white.
and I look for that bitch, and I start watching another movie, and then they cut the movie off, and I couldn't find the movie because I didn't watch the name. Oh boy, it was horrible, bro. It was a movie based almost like